So
And that's how we start our stream, with Criana screeching.
Apparently, I've never messed with this, but I suppose this is only for the DM. But in my dice table, I have D4s, D6, D8, D10, D12s, D20, D100, and then fudge, where I can fudge a roll a little bit.
Oh, that's...
Like, I can roll 3, and it'll be like, you need to fudge the roll minus plus 1. I don't know how it works. I don't know what it means. And I'll never use it because I don't ever fudge the dice, but it's a thing that I have.
I mean, fudge is
Too
pretty
much
tasty.
power for one man.
Fudge.
I feel the power.
Squeak. All right, who wants to try and do a recap?
Not me.
I think I went before at some point because like I have an inspiration, so someone who maybe doesn't have an inspiration?
Did we do
I
anything?
will do the recap.
Okay, good. So I'm like, we searched for something and attacked.
As
It got
everyone
attacked.
scrambles for notes. So yeah, last week we were like, oh right, there was that thing that we were supposed to do. Something about right, there's a guy tied up in our basement. Shit. Oh, we should probably figure out what we're gonna do with that. So eventually we were like, hey, Bambi,
Eat him.
and she was like, we just kind of fucked off, and she went into the room, and we're like, okay, problem solved.
No one tells Arthur.
Yep. Arthur was upstairs trying to help Maggie with her exam by making her a blindfold out of one of his blankies, which apparently did not go well because the instructor was a gigantic bitch and was like, you look ridiculous, take that off, and it made her even more nervous, and then things went terribly wrong. The instructor is now partially bald because of an acid incident, and Maggie might need to just take like a break.
We are learning that Maggie is very efficient at accidentally using acid.
Yeah.
In this campaign and others.
In this campaign only, I'm sure. So yeah, and then we were like, hey, we should like maybe use that thing that the one dude who whistles a bunch gave us for like the sole purpose of trying to find that thing we're supposed to find, you know, the super illegal nimble, right? And we were like, oh, yeah. And so we I believe it was Burn figured out like a search pattern to just go through the entirety of the lower area of town and try and find something, and eventually we got a ding, and surprise, it's murder. The Nimberite was a little
Unresponsive?
we'll go with manic. And once we got him to react in a fashion, he leapt up, wild-eyed and bristle-tailed, and was like, I'ma stab you, and I'ma stab you. And Dolma was like, yo, I know your name. I'm trying to communicate with you. And he was just like, nah, no. And he was whistling a happy little tune trying to murder her friends. So she was like, nope, that's not an option. And so eventually we had to absolutely obliterate this thing. And I believe you kind of clarified that this thing looked ready to die, but like in a I'm gonna go down swinging kind of way.
Yeah,
Concerning.
there are certain things in D&D modules where there's just no good way for the characters to know this, and it's kind of important for the players to understand. So sometimes I just come out and straight up tell you guys. This is one of those. Yep, that thing had fulfilled its purpose and was looking to be taken down. So it was not really listening to you. You would have had to have like held it down and force fed it something. Otherwise, it was going to try and kill you all, which it did. By the way.
Yeah, that was not fun. So yeah, now we have a mostly dismantled nimble wright in the middle of an alley, and I think we should probably gather up the bits and bobs and bolts as quickly as possible and flee off to the fucking I know it's not
Inspired
helpful
hands.
hands, but that's like that's the thing that keeps popping into my head. My head.
Inspired hands.
Thank you. So yeah.
Which
I believe you're forgetting the most important part about last week's session, where we played a dating game with Sheen, and you were all assholes to her.
excuse
I
me.
wasn't here
Hold
for
on.
She
that,
invited
okay?
herself.
I
Hold
can't
on.
reject someone who I wasn't there to be presented to. Also, I am a taken woman.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I will also point out that Sheen tricked Arthur into at least dating her twice. So
Did she?
Yeah.
She trick him?
she was the only one that talked to him. Everybody else was off doing their own thing.
I'm not sure I'd call that tricking. I'd call that convincing.
Okay,
Hey,
fine.
I went on a date with you at least once after she murdered you in the street.
She
It's
sure
like, are
as
you
shit did.
okay?
Yeah, that was a rough time.
Seems a good thing. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Well done, Elora. Take you at inspiration.
Will do.
So as we start tonight's session, the nimble wright has gone down. You are all in the alleyway. Quite a bit of noise was made, but it has not seemed to have attracted any attention as of yet. What do you guys wish to do?
Search him. See if he still has that stupid gemstone thing on him.
Mm-hmm. Probably a good idea. Give me a second here. Roll me an
Okay.
investigation check.
Alright, up that.
Oof.
All right.
Can I assist in any way?
I was about to say, if someone could give me an assistance, I could maybe roll again.
I can think of a good roleplay insistence of just Ty, the rogue, going to a wright, the sorcerer, and going like, "You really don't know how to search a body, huh?
He sticks his tongue at you.
Look, I know how to do things. Ignore the horse."
What do you mean ignore the horse? You fucking got fucked off.
Ignore the horse.
He
Look,
seems
look,
unimpressed.
Look, I can show you how to properly search a body.
He stands up and gestures over to the robot.
Girl, look at that body.
Yeah.
Go
Okay.
ahead and Ty, go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
20.
Okay. So, give me a second here. On the nimble wright, you don't find anything of value, with one exception. Crumpled up in a small compartment in the nimble wright is a note or a piece of paper. You take it out and you unfold it, and you see that it is a decently drawn map. This map depicts one of the wards of Averton. In fact, it depicts one of the poorer sections of Averton, like south of the Lady Saloon Shrine. And on the map, there is an X with a name next to it. And that name is Finneris Stormcastle.
I like that name.
Finneris.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's certainly better than Barnabas.
Wait, I'm sorry. This is by the shrine, or did I miss you?
South of the shrine.
Okay.
So this thing has a map on it?
I
Correct.
guess.
Oh, that was in character. Sorry.
Was that in character?
Yeah.
I guess even they need help finding where they're going.
Kai kind of tilts her head to the side.
Well, I don't recognize the name. But we could talk about this later. We made quite a ruckus. I say we pick up this... what's left of this nimble, right? And get it over to the inspired hands.
Yeah.
You said that it was hunkered down under like a blanket or something, Squee?
A pile of refuse, like dirty blankets and boxes and such.
Does anyone have a wagon?
Why would any of us have a wagon?
I don't know. It's worth asking, I suppose.
I mean,
Kai
it would be convenient, but
don't know if it's best to carry this thing.
Shu picks up the melted hand with sword on it.
Suppose we could... I don't know, just... take a part of it as proof and have someone else come and get it?
I would say it's safer to just take the whole thing. I mean,
Yeah,
between all of us, we've got at least a couple of cloaks, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think carrying would be the best, since I don't think the guild would have... How do I put this? Because this is not really supposed to be a well-known mission, I doubt they will have extra bodies for this.
Right. My only concern are the guards.
We can
Just
tell
say
them that
we're-
it is a mission. And Broken Nimble Wright, as far as I can tell, doesn't really have much rights.
Kai
just-
kind of gives a shrug and goes, "All right."
We probably shouldn't go through main roads regardless.
I'll take a foot.
Dolma
Okay.
Dolma will start picking up bits and pieces and kind of like stowing them in like her cloak as kind of like a over the back bag. Like tie it off and put it over her shoulders.
All right. The nimble ride is heavy, but not so heavy that you guys working together can't carry it. It's about 250 pounds, more or less. As while it is made out of metal, it is incredibly thin and lightweight for a metal-like being. So it's certainly no Giroth. You are able to carry it fairly well, and you are headed to
The clock
The hu-
tower?
yes, correct. So give me a second here. I closed all my notes because I'm smart.
Hey, is it cool if I get rid of the arrow since we potentially found the thing?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, cool.
So you guys make your way to the House of the Inspired Hands. I'd like everyone to roll me a stealth check. This will be a group check. It's not a very hard DC, but this is less to be unseen and more to act casual, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't that be a performance then?
Yeah, you know what? I could be convinced. That's a performance. Everyone roll me a performance check.
Mm-hmm.
Are you weak How good
Thanks,
are you
Doma.
at weaken a burning
I
hand?
will give you an inspiration, my dear.
No, I did fine.
Yeah. Oh, shit,
Aw,
would you
shoot.
like the
No.
Maybe she was bothered or distracted.
She looks bothered.
So,
No,
Arthur?
that's fine. As a group, you guys did fine. Gotcha. No, it doesn't. You're fine.
Where was yours?
I don't even see yours.
Yeah, I see it.
I don't.
Well, I'm special. He rolled. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you guys are able to make your way through the streets without drawing too much attention. Most people just assume it's moving day and you just have a weird piece of decor you're moving from one place to another.
Oh.
You see Arthur pivot. You manage to get
No,
all the way.
other way.
You get to the House of the Inspired Hands, and as you approach, the door is open, and a somewhat familiar face, the Lady Valletta, who spoke to you earlier, comes out to you. Is that what I think it is?
It might be. We're here to actually check.
She nods and, with one of her bronzed dragon scaly hands, motions back towards the clock tower. Quickly, come with me. And guys, yeah, guys, you all inside. She will look under one of the cloaks and she'll nod. Yes, this is the one. Thank you. I don't know what would happen if it had caused a mess out there. Where did you find it?
Shifty eyes.
Who is in an alleyway?
Maybe
Or
we
side.
should talk about this somewhere a bit more.
Ah, yes. Go ahead, leave it there. And she'll snap her fingers, and two attendants will come and start dragging it away. And she will lead you guys to a smaller antechamber. And as she leads you in, refreshments, any of you? Tea, perhaps?
Tea would be fantastic.
Oh, shoot. And Arthur. I guess everyone wants tea but me.
Yes, of course.
Pardon me, if you don't mind me asking, what happens to the scrap metal?
Well, it is going to be assessed to see if it is salvageable. It is possible that with a little bit of artificery, it might be able to be repaired, and hopefully in a much more balanced way. Our guest upstairs is talented, but not very good at, well, let's just say that his creations tend to be very unstable. Hence my worry.
Do you ever have funerals for these creatures?
Not as such, but if your concern is that that thing was alive and deserves to be treated as such, I can assure you that while they are not technically alive and they do not technically have souls, their actions are incredibly lifelike, and they are treated as such. There is some debate, especially here among the Inspired Hands, even more so since we came into the care of individuals like Giroth and Girohime, who definitely tend to show, shall we say, independence. And whether that denotes an actual sentience or not, here at the House of the Inspired Hands, we have decided that it is better to caution on the side of, well, to err on the side of caution. I do not believe that they are alive and have sentience, but I cannot prove that, and as such, we do what we can to act as if they did.
Yes, repurposing them seems like a good honor to their death.
Yes. They do have no souls, nothing to pass on, nothing to resurrect, and nothing to latch on to. But that doesn't mean that there is not magic to them. Perhaps if this one is in good enough condition and repaired, it might even retain some semblance of what it was. Though, she shrugs, this is all conjecture. We don't truly understand even ourselves. And she kind of nods. After all, how many parents truly understand the souls of their children?
Kai
Amen to that.
kind of tilts her head to the side, or cocks her head to the side, and kind of makes a grunting noise, but says nothing more.
In any case, I do believe a reward was offered, and we intend to honor it. And she'll go behind a desk as you all are seated and tea is brought to those who wished it. And she sits down and she ruffles through some drawers and she goes, I also appreciate your discreetness in this endeavor. As far as I understand, I have not heard of any issues caused by our metallic friend. And she looks up. How many of you are injured?
I think I was, but I
I
think I was healed.
The shoe's injured.
Yeah.
I'm a little roughed up, but nothing
She-
terrible.
Looks at you guys up and down and nods. I hope they were not too much trouble.
I mean,
If
we
it
got
weren't for
fucking
this-
stabbed.
If it weren't for the 6 of us, and generally being good at fighting, I think any other passerby would be dead.
Yes. I was afraid of that. Nimble wrights, when given purpose for it, can be very formidable indeed. Formidable. I'm sorry, God's not talking well today.
I love the idea that she did that.
No, I'm completely content with an NPC being like, nope, I said that word wrong because that is so real.
Who hasn't done that? I mean, come on.
Like, you see, like, there's a brief pause to her shuffling around through a drawer, and then it continues again.
She just keeps
And-
muttering it, trying to get it right.
She pulls out a leather sack and places it upon the desk. 50 platinum pieces, as I believe we agreed upon. As well, for your trouble, you are each welcome to a gift of your choosing. And she will walk over to the back of the room and grab a few items and lay them on the desk. We have several of these, so don't think that you're limited to just one each, or one for the whole group. But I have a few things of interest. They are admittedly more for the tourists, but they are useful and expensive. First, I have these. And she points to what look to be stilts. She goes, I call these adjustable stilts. It takes about a minute or so to put them on or take them off, but they can increase the height of any of you by 2 to 5 feet. This, as she points to what looks like a normal backpack, is one I'm particularly fond of. I call it a pack parachute. If you were to wear this piece of gear and find yourself falling any sizable distance, you can pull on this cord right here and it will deploy a large amount of canvas. This canvas will open up and slow your fall, hopefully preventing any serious injury to you. Though if you choose this, I'll have to show you how to fold it and put it into the pack. It must be done a very specific way. This here, she points to a small metal cube about 6 inches on each side with a crank on the top. This is called a barking box. If you wind this crank here, the box will be active for about 8 hours. And when it is active, it will bark like a dog anytime it detects vibrations within 15 feet of it.
Ooh.
Like an alarm system or a way to scare off neighbors is a popular one. There's even a switch on the back here. You can change it from a small dog to, a large dog. And last but not least, one that is fond among many people, this pipe. We call it a matchless pipe. There's a switch on the side that's made of flint, and it's built into the bowl of this nice pipe. A few flicks of it, and the pipe will light itself. You are each welcome to one of these if you would like, in addition to the platinum.
Ashu nods. I'll take a pipe.
Excellent. And she will nod to you, and this particular one looks as if it's made from a nice, like a nice solid pine wood. I have a variety of colors if you'd like to choose. Or you could simply take that one.
What is your most sought after one?
Honestly, the one on the table, the one that has the natural finish. For whatever reason, people tend that over painted pipes. I suppose it's the style.
Then I shall take that one.
Excellent. The rest of you, do any of these pique your interest?
I really like the bark box.
It is a very fascinating item. It will last you years if you treat it right.
I'm guessing that means keeping it oiled or something.
Oh, no, not necessary. I simply mean don't throw it around as you would a common kitchen utensil.
It's gonna make a joke, but doesn't work in a high fantasy setting. Because I was gonna say, I don't throw the toaster.
So, I'm just saying, if Arthur's going to be playing vigilante with Tally, it might behoove him to have a parachute.
It's tempting. I also was looking at the stilts because, maybe he can finally, not be 5'5" or 5'6" and be able to talk to people at normal height.
Yeah, he just gets to tower over everyone. I don't know. I like small Arthur.
If it helps, the parachute needs at least 10 cubic feet to open up, and it will not open up in time if you fall anywhere less than 60 feet.
Okay.
So, like, jumping off a rooftop's probably not going to help you, but off a cliff, it could save your life.
Or if you're flying with Kip.
Right?
True. Yeah.
So, I think what we're saying is, Kai.
Yeah, Kai might want that.
She's falling for him so hard she needs a parachute.
Aw. It's beautiful.
That's kind of cute.
Here, let me go ahead and paste these into... I'm going to paste these into Discord, because it's going to be easier for you guys to read.
Yeah.
Good.
So it was the pipe, the bark box, the backpack parachute, and the stilts.
Correct. And the 50 platinum, which equates to 500 gold.
Yeah.
I mean, if we want a healer in the party, I'll take the platinum.
But you guys, I guess you're getting rid of a Reek. That's a shame.
What?
I really
What?
like. Well,
Okay,
you
listen.
have a healer.
We have 4 healers in the party. We have 4 people that can cast Healing Touch.
Is that including me or?
That is including you. We have
Ooh.
4 people. I cannot.
Okay, tie 3.5.
Okay.
Ty's
Whoa.
No. Ty hasn't learned it yet.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. We have a lot of healers. You're going to need to
Yeah.
specify which healer we're kicking to the curb.
Which really makes me wonder why you guys are picking on our Reet like that.
Oh my god.
Hey, I was born with it, man.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
If Squee is holding to his word from Date Night Game, then I am like, what, 490 gold away from resurrecting her brother.
I am not held to any promises made in a game outside of the
Man,
campaign.
I hope.
We've already had this talk. It was on game night during when we were supposed to be having the game. Therefore, you were still God.
I know that. I'm trying to ignore
Wait, you
it.
weren't even here last week.
No, it was week. It was the last time we played Jackbox.
Oh, okay.
I promised if she went out with my character, I'd cut the price of her brother's resurrection.
Okay, but
down.
also, if we're taking Jackbox into account, yesterday you said Arthur's dad is slowly dying, and that makes me more concerned than anything, because I was just like, gonna go, oh yeah, is Squee being Squee, or Sheen being Sheen.
Except that Fulma's really less price for resurrection now. So, how's Daddy, dear?
I mean, everyone's slowly dying.
You right?
Kai's gonna raise her hand.
I'll just take the parachute.
Valletta just slowly turns to Kai. Is there something? Are you all right?
I would like the feather that was on the nimble wright's hat.
I mean, you're more than welcome to it. It's not magical in nature of any kind. You can just have it. That's not a problem.
Perfect. Thank you.
Are you saying that you do not wish for any of these gifts?
I'm quite tall. I don't want a parachute. Barking box doesn't appeal to me. Maybe the pipe, but not really.
I would suggest the pipe.
I'm pretty sure there's only one pipe.
Nope, there are several.
Yeah, there are
Yeah,
several.
we can. It's not like one each for. There are
Correct.
several. Of
These
all
are like their top gift shop items.
Yeah, so like, I can get a parachute, you can get a parachute, we can all get a parachute if that's what we want.
Yeah, you can open it up.
Okay. I was
Yeah.
like, this is the array of pick and choose. Have a thing. Okay. So yeah, she'll also take a pipe. Why not?
Okay. Would you like one of a particular color or just the natural wood finish?
She'll take one that's kind of got like a gray silver blue finish to it.
Gotcha. Okay. And Dory is taking a bark box.
Yep.
Arthur's taking a backpack parachute. And then Ty, what are you taking, Ty?
The box.
I'm sorry, the bark box?
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 bark boxes, 2 pipes, parachute.
None of us are taking this.
No one is taking the stilts. What about... And Kai is taking nothing but the feather. Which, by the way, go ahead and mark a feather on your sheet.
Well, hang on. Is she just taking the feather or is she taking the hat? Because I feel like the hat would really accentuate her extra.
She asked for the feather.
The hat's a little too much. It's a little gaudy.
Are you serious?
A little gaudy.
Really?
Not like that.
Really?
Just a feather. It's like a metal-looking feather. It's cool looking.
Well, would there be anything else I can do for you? I don't wish to keep you.
I have a question.
Yes, of course.
So the inspired hands are like for tinkerers and stuff, right?
We like to think of ourselves as inventors.
Okay.
Those that work to bring better techniques for life and quality of living to the world.
What would it take to join, out of curiosity? Because I know somebody that might be interested.
Really?
Yes.
Well, we're not open to just anyone. We only accept people that show a talent for the art of invention, or, as you call it, tinkering.
Well,
There would need to be some form of assessment, but we are always looking for new members.
yeah. Okay. I'll talk to her.
Her? Who is she?
She's I know you're freaking out, but God. Her name is Spirit. She is a gnome. She does a lot of tinkering in the back of her dad's blacksmithing shop over in the market.
If a Dragonborn's lips could press together even more than usual, they would do so.
But she don't do that tongue thing.
Yes. The daughter of the owner of Steam and Steel. I am aware of her.
So there's no chance of letting her figure things out, and
Oh. No, she has been told many times she has a place here anytime that she wants it. In fact, I would adore the opportunity to curtail some of her more wild notions. But she tends to be a bit of a free spirit. I believe the last time we talked, her actual words were, I was stuffy.
okay. Well, okay then. That's all. Thank you.
She nods. Well, if you can talk to her, do beg for her to reconsider. She does show amazing aptitude for it, but sooner or later, her unrefined techniques are going to get her in trouble.
Well, I think after that, I think we're good. Are we all good? Yeah, I think I'm good.
Well,
My
you
feather.
are all
Kyle looks around.
you are all welcome back here anytime.
Hi, your feather's right there. It's right here.
As you have all, for whoever's keeping track of such things, gained 1 point of influence with the House of Inspired Hands.
Nice.
Plus 1 point.
Mm-hmm. 19 more to go.
And
Until
then
you
I
guys
can
get a
finally.
commemorative
Yeah.
court.
Until we get a mug that says, hey, good job. It's got a cat
yes.
on it that says, you were perfect.
Ah, yes, but it's a Yeti mug.
Oh, I don't want it anymore.
Oh, you were already typing that in. Whoops. My bad. I'll let you handle that.
Yeti's-
Sorry.
Yeah,
Yetis,
beat
man,
you
don't
to
trust
it.
him.
All right. So,
And one.
where to, my intrepid adventurers?
Once we get outside, she was going, we're going to see Lady Celine. I have a few things to say to her.
Okay.
Oh.
As long as it's
Yeah,
not
I
about,
figured as much.
as long as it's not about the thing with me, that's fine. Arthur sweats. Arthur sweats heavily.
No, you do not have to worry.
Okay, cool.
At least about that.
Arthur starts sweating again.
Everything all right, Ashu?
Well, I don't want to say everything right here, or else all of my anger will spill out now instead of later. I'd like it to be fresh.
Just like opens her mouth, closes her mouth, nods slowly, and just like gestures like lead the way.
She's angry. What are we gonna do? What do we do when she's angry? I'm terrified.
I got a feather. Kai's just looking at the feather. She's not really paying attention anymore.
What are you gonna do with that feather?
Ori, you notice Kai's starting to wander away.
Kai? Oh. Is the group still wandering?
Yeah, group's still
Like-
walking.
Dolma like leans over towards Orit. I've got some rope if you need
No,
Like,
no.
line.
He'll
Are you sure?
rush over and just kind of grab her hand.
She'll follow you.
Yeah. No, it's the buddy system. It's the buddy system that they have practiced.
All right.
So to clarify, just real quick, do I get the platinum, or are we just putting that into the group fund?
You can have my share.
You can have my share.
Yeah, I'm good with this.
Yeah, I was planning on not taking any of it. I was going to put it towards Fund Brother. Go Fund Brother.
Yeah, go ahead and take the funds.
Awesome.
Right, you got 50 platinum. Congrats.
That's 25 more than 25 platinum.
Are you over his
It
death
sure is, Squee. It sure is.
I math.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we go to a palace.
You make your way to the palace. As you'd approach the palace gates around the fancy fountain and its statue, with the man in blue jeans swimming, apparently. You make your way up to the palace guards at the entrance, and the guard there recognizes you. You've seen him once or twice before.
Hello.
Ah, welcome back, hunters. How may I inquire to your purpose today?
We have a bit of urgent news for Lady Celine. We request a presence of her.
I see. Well, I will certainly see if she is available. And he'll nod to the other guard, and then he will take his leave. And the other guard will say, if you'll wait right here.
Yes, of course.
And you guys are waiting for about 5 minutes or so, and as you're waiting, you see approaching you from around the fountain this ancient elderly woman, white hair done up in a tight bun, wearing simple clothes and a wooden cane. She's walking slowly towards you, towards the entrance of the castle. It's going to be a bit of time before she gets to you, though. So what are you guys doing?
Mackenzie, cashier, smiles and screams internally, as this is her everyday life.
Is it all right if I have 25 items in the 20-item aisle?
There's 5 items and there's no scale here.
You can break a $200 bill.
Where did you get this?
No such thing as a $200 bill, you crazy brat!
It's 8 o'clock in the morning. We only have 2 20s in the till.
It's
yeah.
$100 bill. I drew a 2 over the 1.
Oh, that just would make my day.
You can go ahead and use your marker thing. It'll show it's real.
Wink. Dolma will slap down a hat for coins and play a thing.
Play it.
Yeah.
For the one old lady that's coming.
Slap down your hat.
Guard.
You slap down your hat, and the guard's like, I'm sorry, no panhandling in front of the palace, please. This is the palace of the Freelance.
She like stares him dead in the eyes, continues playing, like kicks it slightly towards him.
This is all for you, buddy.
Roll me an intimidation check.
I would be intimidated.
I mean, sure.
I mean, you're trying to. Oh, all right.
She wasn't trying to intimidate, though.
But you are definitely defying his request.
Yeah, I guess.
Sometimes you intimidate people even when you're not trying to.
Right now, I guess.
He looks unamused and he says, "Excellent though your playing is, if you do not wish your strings to be snipped, I request that you stop."
She points the bow at him. These things are expensive.
I'm aware.
She picked up fucking hat. Whatever. But she will continue playing. Fuck that guy.
He almost looks like he's about to say something, but you're playing exceptionally well, and he just lets it go. The old woman steadily makes her way towards you guys, 1 foot at a time, cane in front of her. Anything else you guys do while you're waiting?
How far away is she?
I feel like
She's
that
only
old
like 30
woman-
feet.
I feel like the old woman is slowly hunting us as if we were prey, but none of us are going to do anything about it.
Is it just me, or does anyone else get the feeling this is Lady Celine?
Hey, very well could be.
She got
But right
bold.
now, that's an old lady over there, and none of us know what. You know what? Let's roll to see if we can't see anything about this old lady.
Oh, yeah, maybe that's useful.
Sure. Sorry. Roll me. Actually, I'd like everyone who's interested. Roll me an investigation check.
Good as those. No, I'm not.
I'm right there with you.
Fuck my life.
It's just an upside down us. Guys, we really don't understand old ladies.
She looks like an old geriatric human, slowly making her way around the path.
Even with my 18.
Even with
Yeah.
your.
She just looks like an old woman.
You didn't beat the AC.
No, maybe she's just an old woman with a cane.
You could roll a 30 and could still be an old woman.
And maybe that door isn't trapped.
Oh my god.
It's the weirdest sight.
Arthur panics. He pulls the parachute. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Fall to the ground.
After a while, because it looks like she's determined to come over towards us, right?
Yeah, I mean, she's headed definitely towards the front of the palace, which is where you are, yes.
Okay, no, so not towards us specifically. She's not like looking at us.
Oh, she's looking at the ground right now, making sure that her feet are carefully placed, lest she fall and die.
Okay. Then alright, it's gonna
God,
stay
is this woman
exactly.
like in her hundreds or something?
She looks very old. Like Life Alert old.
Alright's gonna stay where he is because he has handholds with Kai and making sure she's not going anywhere.
Alright. She was gonna do something. She just like, I'll be just over there at the old lady. I'm not leaving, says to the guard. as she walks over to the old lady. Do you need a hand?
Oh, thank you, my child. And she holds out a shaky hand. So kind.
She guides the old lady.
And with your help, she makes it to the front. Oh, so kind. So kind. Samson, I'm back. The guard, yes. Welcome back. They'll be coming with me, Samson. Yes, of course, my lady. And he opens the door. Come along, young'uns, come along. Slowly starts making her way through the door.
Dolma continues to play as she walks past the guard, maintains eye contact.
Well, now you are intimidating.
Yeah, roll me an intimidation check.
What the fuck, Criana?
Criana, no.
Oh my god.
Chat, you don't want to know.
Are you for serious?
Yes, we're serious. You're absolutely trying
You're
to.
intimidating. You were
Okay.
perfectly being spiteful.
He averts his eyes and says nothing.
Mm.
I'm joking with this answer, but Ty just behind him goes, Water Nation, and walks away. It's a
All
Water
right.
Nation or Water Tribe. Fuck, I don't
All right,
know.
Taka.
Water tribe.
Fuck.
I swear they keep making this palace bigger every time I come. This way, young'uns, this way. She's moving at like 5 steps a minute. Other people in the palace seem to really pay no mind. Time passes, and you slowly make your way down the hall.
Meanwhile,
Eventually,
Shu's not particularly like. She's trying to keep her cool, but she does eventually go, I have to ask. Who are you?
Me?
Oh.
I'm the groundskeeper. Miss Pittens. Hang on a second.
Roll a fucking dis.
Groundskeeper? You're not sure this woman could even carry a trowel, much less use one.
Maybe once, and they just never fired her. it's
She has
just
the
like that
cush
thing where you
job.
just have the Regency prince.
She's got the cushest job in the world. It's like Milton's like, we actually fired her years ago, but there was a mess up in payroll.
So yeah, so we just fixed the payroll.
She looks at you. No. Would you believe I'm a blacksmith?
Yes.
Would you like to carry you?
Or would you perhaps believe that I am simply a woman that sometimes wishes to walk my city unseen?
What's
Now
Ty's
that I
response?
can believe.
I'm rolling insight.
I can still carry
Is that
you.
really true, James?
Seems very true. But I suppose there is no need for that here. And she stands up taller, and the illusion around her drops, and Sheem stands in front of you.
Oh, fucking!
Again, you come back to the palace, I assume, to speak to Lady Celine, yes?
Do you no longer need to be carried?
No.
Just
And she looks at
emotionally.
a shoe. But it was a kind gesture. It says a lot about you.
She looks just only slightly miffed and goes, look, I know that you generally like to take burdens off of Lady Celine, but this really is for Lady Celine.
Yes, I imagine. And I also imagine that none of you are too happy with me after the council meeting. Let me be the first to congratulate you on your victory, and to assure you I did what I did simply because I believed that it was the right thing to do. I do not have any personal grudge against you, Ashu.
Honestly, none taken. I'm not quite sure if you would take this as an insult, but I do not carry it as one. You definitely did help.
She purses her lips together. Yes, so I noticed. Well, then, if you'll all follow me, I'll take you to her study.
Do you
I-
need
the-
confirmation from us? I mean, you could just walk.
I mean,
Shame.
kind of yacked and like debating. Like, do I just want her to walk away and just
Yeah.
be
I mean, she kind of just starts walking. She's not, like, looking at you guys.
Yeah, okay. At the silence, I was just thinking, like, is she waiting for us to say yes?
I'm going with her.
GM, can I roll something to see if she is taking us the correct way?
Yes, absolutely. You've been in here a few times. Roll me a survival check.
Oh, no. Oh, this isn't good.
Hey!
Hey!
Of
I know
course.
exactly where I am.
Of course you know exactly how to get to Kip. Why wouldn't you?
Jesus.
hot.
I would know.
She's taking you to the right direction, yes.
Sweet. Okay.
She, as she walks, she is quiet for a good deal of time. And after a while, after the walk, she starts talking to no one in particular, but definitely to the group. It would seem that most of the town has survived the incident with the false Hydra unscathed. Few know of its existence, and fewer still felt the effects of it. I commend you on a quickly dispatched solution.
Well, I'll be the group's mouth for this one and just say a very general thank you.
Ty
She-
opens mouth to be snarky, shuts it when a shoe starts talking.
She waves her hand. No need for the thanks. And she stops by the study door and looks directly to Dolma. Oh, right. I forgot to tip you. And she actually flicks a gold coin in the air at you, Dolma.
I'm really hoping for the imagery of, like, doesn't catch it, flicks onto forehead and sticks there.
Should I roll a dex to try and catch it, or
No,
can I
you
just...
can choose to catch it or not. It's up to you.
Okay, yeah, she's been playing venues long enough. She just snatches it, kind of gives like a nod, and puts it in her pouch.
After all, I've heard you need the money for brother issues. And she just walks away.
Just gotta rub it in, doesn't
say
she?
anything.
Kai's gonna go up and knock on the study door.
Ashu would lean over. I would get rid of that gold piece as soon as possible.
But Dolma, your brother.
After a second, she like looks down at her pouch, pulls it back out, holds it out to a shoe. I heard you were building a guild.
So what was that?
I heard you were building a guild.
Uh,
As she holds it out to a shoe.
You're plain hot potato with Sheem's gold coin.
She takes it and looks at it for a little bit, shrugs, and then enters the room.
Well, actually, Kai, you knock on the door while this
I was
is
gonna say,
happening.
Kai
I
just
enter the room.
Bam!
Man,
Uh,
she is pissed.
Are you serious, Issue? You enter the room?
I think she's about to, and then realizes that it's like Lady Celine. That kind of goes like, deep breath, sigh, raps twice.
Yes. Come in.
Opens the door.
Kip, if this is about not letting you go on Oh. Hello. I wasn't expecting you today. Please, come in. Close the door behind you. She seems to be at a desk writing things.
Is this like her general desk?
Correct, yes.
Okay.
This is the same place you guys have met before.
Okay. Ashu steps forward and then says, Lady Celine, if you have some time, I have something of urgency.
Of course. Does this have to deal with your efforts to track down that item?
Yes.
She nods and then holds a finger to her lips. As everyone comes in, I assume someone will shut the door, yes?
Ashu flicks the gold piece out of the room.
It rolls on the floor out of sight. Like it hits that thing where like it hits the side and just takes off. It's a good flick.
Damn.
I assume one of us shuts the door.
Lady Celine will then cast something. Those of you who'd like can go ahead and roll an Arcana check to see if you can tell what it is.
I'll give it a shot. Woo! Whoa. Damn.
She spends quite some time casting the spell, several minutes chanting and walking around the room. And after about 2 minutes or so, you can tell she's casting Arthur. For whatever reason, you recognize this spell as Morton Kynem's Private Sanctum.
Is it similar to what Winston did?
Yes.
Like similar along the same vein?
Correct.
That's how he would be able to figure it out.
That
Like
makes sense.
not
yeah.
like the same exact spell, but along the same lines. Like he'd be able to go, oh yeah, similar smell. Stuff like
And
that.
when she's done, she'll nod to herself. Apologies for that. I could have the room permanently enchanted, but that tends to breed suspicion. Better to cast it myself when needed. Please, take a seat, everyone. And I assure you our conversations are quite safe now.
Shu takes a seat front and center.
Lady Celine will sit down and cross her legs. Well, Ashu, what seems to be bothering you?
I just made a guild the other day. Mind you, something I thought was going to take much more time to do. And also, you require us to go undercover under the guise of being able to do this under the law. If I am caught at any point, I and my guild will sink.
She narrows her eyes and then widens them a bit. Are you at odds with the law?
At this particular point, we actually did our own sleuthing without any particular negative effects, and doing so has drawn the ire of the lead investigator, which has told us very promptly to never do anything like that again or be arrested.
I see. Well, perhaps I should have anticipated that, but I did not. I didn't think that your investigating would step on too many toes. But yes, I see your dilemma. Yes, Kai, you have a plus sign?
Kai would also chime in. I have also accidentally put an innocent man in jail, and I would like to work on getting him out.
I'm sorry, you did what?
Yes, through some miscommunication and misidentification, someone is taking the fall for my actions, and I would like to help him.
I see.
Also, I'm a vigilante now.
She looks at you. Nephew, what have you been getting into?
Well, we needed disguises, and the Crimson Tiger? Well, I mean...
Her eyebrows scrunched together. The who?
Here, he takes out a book.
Wait, no, I believe I've read them. A series of small children's books, yes?
Yeah, there was commotion, and we rushed into a house, and we tried to help them from bandits, and now I'm being hunted by the law because I'm
Why
a
would you-
vigilante.
She hesitates. Why didn't you just unmask yourself? You are honorary members of the Grey Hand.
I think this requires us to go from the beginning instead of blurting all of this out all at once in different points of the story.
She holds up a hand, walks over to a table, pours herself a piping hot glass of tea, sits back down. Yes, I do believe the start would be an excellent place.
So who wants to tell him?
I'll save you guys the trouble. My question is more, is there anything you do or do not tell?
Well, the thing that puts Arthur in hell would be something we roll on
That part.
Yeah, no, not
Do we-
that.
Yeah.
Do we also want to
probably not
leave
that
out
part.
the
The bird?
the demon part?
Oh.
Or-
Yeah, do you want to put, like, there's also a demon, there's a man that turned into a demon, as well as the bird.
So just anything that involves demons.
Let's just
Maybe
leave
not.
right out. Let's just leave that out of the
Just
So
leave
we took the guy, he
demons
went into the basement, we don't talk to him about it again.
We just don't mention that we took a guy.
Oh yeah, no, that guy. Yeah, we don't leave.
Okay, we
that
don't
bit
talk
out.
about the, do we
No,
talk
no,
about the
Kyle-
bird that we took?
Kai's gonna talk about the guy because
Alright, talking about the guy. Now,
Well, I
she's
guess we
gonna
talk-
Hey,
ask you
remember
where
how
the
we're
guy
lying to
was.
man.
Arthur?
We were lying to Arthur, but I guess we can talk about the guy.
Oh my god. Alright.
Are we gonna talk about the demon and the guy? Is that a thing?
no.
Oh, okay.
So we're just gonna, are we gonna say that we killed him? What? Okay,
Kai,
got it.
Jesus Christ, guys.
Kai,
Just check.
please
I want
no.
to get this straight. I just want to know.
Innocent man in jail.
So you're gonna say how you murdered a different person?
Yeah. It'll get the innocent guy out.
Well, technically, we didn't kill him. Our, barmaid took care of it.
No.
I know I'm completely innocent. But I'm
Hello,
saying I
leader of
killed
this
him.
town.
I'm lying, just so we're clear to say
That is
that I
that's
killed
the
him.
one
Okay.
part.
Okay.
It's a good one because no one's going to suspect you're lying about it.
I'm sorry, you're going to... So let me make sure I got this straight. Leaving out Winston and Bambi
Yes.
and Norith completely?
Yes.
Well, she already knows Norith was involved, but yes, leaving
Yeah.
all that out. You are going to tell her about your investigation so far, your interactions with Barnabas Blastwind, your actions at the Girlhund Manor, including the wealth fight, etc., and
Especially the wealth fight. I just...
your
And-
kidnapping of said individual, And then, Kai, you are going to say you then murdered that individual in cold blood?
I'm going to say, I mean, like, it was only a matter of time. She felt he was a threat,
I mean,
so yeah.
you could also say that he, like, saw through your guys and, like, attacked you or something to try and escape, and we had no choice. That's also an option.
Yeah, I'm wondering how much I want to lie, though.
Remember, ignore Lady Celine. Remember how we said we were gonna lie to Arthur?
Mm-hmm.
Arthur still doesn't know the truth.
You're also probably saying this in common, so he's only getting snippets.
I think he knows we were killed and murdered in common.
I'll also let you guys know that Arthur's been listening to Common consistently for over a month now. He's better at it than he was.
And also Doma and Ashu both helped teach him Common during the time skip.
So what you do is you just say he met an unfortunate accident.
Aw.
Look, I think for Arthur's sake, we should not not even Lady Celine. For Arthur's sake, we should not mention the guy.
I have to, though. I want to help the other guy that's in jail, the real Mob Top.
Yeah.
The real Mob Top is in jail because he helped a prisoner escape. Like, I can't, like, leave that out. That's, like,
Then
common
lie
knowledge.
and don't mention him being in the basement at all.
That's what I'm saying!
Okay. But
I'm
not
saying I killed him!
don't no, okay. You can't
That's fine. I need details. What do you mean by killed him?
I murdered him.
No, that's not details. That's the same thing.
Just...
As in, like, okay, you know what? We'll go into roleplay for this.
Fucking murder hobos, all of you!
So, you guys explain the event. She sits there quietly the whole time, and then when we get to that part, she puts the cup down. What do you mean you killed him?
I was
Yeah,
put in a very...
What do you mean you killed him?
put in a very difficult situation. He had proven himself dangerous. It seemed like the only option.
She raised an eyebrow. Because our prison system suddenly stopped working?
It's far more complex than that, but if I must go to prison, I understand.
No, I'm trying to understand your motivations. How is it far more complex than simply delivering this criminal to the authorities?
Kai kind of thinks. I did not want to jeopardize the mission.
She looks at the rest of you. Roll me a deception check.
I'm assuming Kai.
Oh.
Yes, Kai, definitely.
Okay.
Wow, alright. She looks back at you. I'm willing to believe that you believe that. But your actions greatly disturb me. I did not hire you to be cold-blooded murderers. In addition to that, your friend, as she looks at Ashu, is quite right. She, and dare I say, several prominent people in this town, have spent enormous time and effort developing a new guild. Should this unfortunate incident become to light, her reputation would be ruined, and unfortunately, she looks at you, Ashu, you understand it is tenuous enough as it is.
That is why I'm here.
Yes, I understand now. She puts her cup down after taking a long drink, draining the mug. Well, I might have been able to anticipate that your investigations would have made you cross paths with the local law, though I will in no way, shape, or form take responsibility for the methods you have all chosen to employ and have made it much worse on yourselves than it could have been. No one asked you to kidnap anyone, nor did they ask you to get an innocent guard in prison to do so, nor did they ask you to hide your identities while assaulting the Grelhund Manor. These are actions you chose to take.
Actually, most of those actions were mine.
I see. And the rest of you are unthinking followers? Or did you make your own decisions?
I heard people in trouble and I wanted to help. And I never killed anybody.
Arthur is none the wiser. He is innocent.
And yet you still chose to break the law, did you not?
Correct.
Nephew.
I did.
Arthur.
I see. She kind of takes a deep breath. Were it not for the seriousness of the matter at hand, I have half a mind to arrest most of you. Though, given that I requested you do this on my behalf, and obviously was not clear enough on how I intended you to conduct yourselves, I take some responsibility. So, here's what I suggest. From this point forward, do everything you can to conduct yourselves in a manner befitting the status of the city. Namely, try to be as moral as you can. Yes, you may be forced to sidestep a few laws in pursuit of this most dire situation. But the paths you have chosen to take to me seem needlessly complex, risky, and most importantly, illegal. Ashu, my advice... Oh, yes, go ahead, please, with the plus.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Kai will chime in. Lady Celine, I understand your harshness, but that man did kill quite a number of people that morning. Forgive me.
Which is the only reason I have not slapped a hold person spell on you myself. I do not know you as well as I would like, Kai. But please, you are coming dangerously close to making me regret my trust in you. I truly hope that does not continue down that path. Now, Shu, my advice to you is not one that you will enjoy. I suggest that you step away from this investigation for the time being, as while it seems that for the moment you are free and clear, the actions you have already taken could possibly blow back on you, and I agree with you. The efforts you have taken to do good in this city are far too fragile at the moment to jeopardize. Beyond that, with your new guild, I imagine you have quite enough to concentrate on as it is. If it helps in your stead, and as a way of, shall we say, curtailing some of your more aggressive traits, I will lend you the aid of someone I trust implicitly. Until this investigation is over. As for the unfortunate incident of the guard that has been imprisoned, she looks at Kai. That sounds to me like it's your problem to solve, does it not?
Correct. I will turn myself in.
She shakes her head. And what do you think that will accomplish?
He will be a free man, will he not?
Possibly. Probably, even.
Good.
So what, you're just going to sit in jail this whole time now?
Your mother has done it. I suppose I could do it as well. It looks quite cozy.
Oh, she just purses her lips together and leans back in her chair, like, don't say anything.
I'm not
I
sure how
think
you handle
that-
criminal charges here in Ardenfell, but it's fairly black and white in the tundra. Is it not the same down here?
I am unsure of your actions being criminal as of yet. I highly suspect it, but you are correct. The man was a murderer. While I don't appreciate you taking justice into your own hands, I have other reasons for not wanting you in prison. She
Very well.
sighs.
I will be indebted to you, Lady Celine.
Perhaps it would be best to be as honest with you as you have been with me. I suspect Lady Sheem is plotting to kill some or all of you. I am unsure as to why. Your defeat of her at the City Council was embarrassing, but certainly not enough to risk what I think she is plotting. And having you in a cell makes it far too easy.
Well, if you ever need bait.
She nods. So, Ashu, do you accept my advice?
I was half thinking it myself. But I did come here for a solution, and an additional hand would greatly help.
Excellent. As for the rest of you, I applaud your efforts. Oh, sorry, did you have more?
She then sets up one thing. For us to continue to do things above the law from here on, what do we do about the investigator?
Yes, I have an idea on that regard. I do not know this Barnabas Blastwind. At least not personally. Certainly not enough to entrust him with what you are seeking. But I do know someone who does, someone who I do trust implicitly. And she goes to her desk and writes on a piece of paper. Go to the address listed here. You are looking for a man by the name of Assam Ojiz. I say a man, I mean a gnome. Talented investigator who I trust with, well, let us say I trust him as much as I trust you. You can inform him of what you are looking for and enlist his aid, and assure him he'll be compensated appropriately. He, if I understand, is familiar with most of the guards, and should be able to speak to this Barnabas Blastwind for me. In addition, he will aid you in your investigations until they conclude. Is that understood?
Very.
Good. She will turn to Arthur. I have no doubt you did what you did for the best reasons, and I have no doubt that it probably saved lives. And because of that, I'll even go so far as to say you probably did the right thing. But the world is not a children's book, nephew. Men who hide their faces rarely do so for the good of others. It is your choice. I will not stop you. It does at least explain the reports of this verdant vanguard I've heard.
Yeah, that's me.
She
Fine.
shakes her head. Let us not tell your mother about this, shall we?
Okay.
Excellent.
I just wanted to be a hero. And save people. That's all I wanted.
She looks at you for a long time. I suppose it's something you have to learn with experience, but there are consequences to all our actions, Arthur. Just be sure that you're willing to live with the consequences of yours.
Okay. I'm sorry.
She nods. I trust that you'll be able to secure the release of Mop Top one way or another. If I were to get involved personally, it would raise quite a few questions.
Of course. I will see to it.
Excellent. Well then, was there anything else I can do for you?
Kai will look over to a shoe.
Ashu is looking at everyone else. Doesn't seem like it. We appreciate your time. And sorry for the visit unannounced. I was a little incensed and forgot about our communication.
She waves her hand. It was a necessary visit. Ashu, if you would, could you stay with me? We have many affairs to attend to.
I will do so.
Excellent. And then I will see about getting you lodging within the palace for now.
Oh.
She will then take the piece of paper she has and hand it to whoever's closest, probably Arthur, and then look at all of you. Do not let my displeasure sway your resolve. What you are hunting is of vital importance. The secrets in that chamber could destroy many, many innocent lives. So, it is possible everything you have done has been necessary and justified. And if, in the future, you determine that you must bend the rules again in order to save the city, by all means do so. I just wish and hope to the gods above that I am making the right choice by trusting you.
As do I, Lady Celine.
Well then, have a pleasant day, all of you.
Maybe one day.
Go ahead.
You actually hear kind of under our breath, don't I know it?
Maybe next time we see each other, it'll be under better circumstances.
Poor baby boy.
Lady Celine stops, looks at Arthur. Seeing you always is good, nephew. I wish that you were walking an easier path, but it seems our families, well, never destined for such things.
Yeah. You're right.
She sits at the desk. Besides, you think I'd be used to it by now after Kip? And starts, like, writing things.
He actually chuckles heartily at that.
I'm assuming there's nothing else, so just going to give an awkward wave to his shoe and say, farewell?
Ashu will wave back directly, as well as to the rest of the group if they're leaving.
Ty would open her arms for a hug.
Ashu would, but a moment, hesitate and get up and hug.
Yay! She just like pats you, camaraderie, fuck, that's not a word, on your back.
Yeah.
And wish you luck.
Thank you.
You're not just gonna disappear forever on us, are you?
It's not the plan.
Well, if you ever get bored, you know where to find us. Well, most times.
I feel like I'm going to be quite busy as she eyes over to Lady Celine.
Lady Celine's like not even looking up. She's already doing paperwork.
stay safe, I suppose. She will head out as well.
All right. Oh my god. Okay, you pick up the coin. What do you do with it?
When we get outside, I'm gonna toss it into the fountain.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
Could you imagine, like, I make no statement one way or the other, but imagine if that coin is like a divination object, and she's like, where are they?
I want
Are they
it.
in the bay?
I want it
Right in his
right
mallard.
underneath the butt.
So what you're saying is you flick it in such a way so that it rolls down his back, down his butt, and lands in the fountain.
I'm gonna mage hand it.
Yeah. Mage hand it right there, just in case.
Right there.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Just through the cheeks like an ATM card.
Oh.
Mm.
All right, so
Moving
we
on.
temporarily bid adieu to a shoe. I'm sure she'll be back.
Not to the player, for chat's sake.
Yes, Piff is still here. Fear not.
As a ghost.
Disembodied void.
He was the DM all along.
Ah, shit.
So, my fellow adventurers, that was a tense conversation. What are you doing now?
After being scolded by Mom, I guess we gotta go find Mom's uncle.
So.
Of course, none of us are very learned about the city, so we just look at the address and go, where the flip is that?
Right, like a shoe was always the one leading the way. She had the maps and the know-how, and now we're just like,
all they wanted is like
where
aware
is
of like where
this?
everything in the city is. No one else in the group knows anything about this city, so we're just like,
does anyone know where Baker Street is? Is that where the baker is? No. Wait, maybe. No, I think they're on Market Street.
Maybe you can
Wasn't
just
that
ask
just the
Sheem.
market?
No.
I'm sure she'd be happy to give you directions.
Oh, I'm sure she would be happy to.
Guys.
Can Dolma do a survival
Guys.
try?
Make us ask for direction.
Guys. Ty has well connected information regarding the location of a person
Oh.
of interest.
Uh-huh.
I was thinking that,
But I
wasn't
wasn't going to mention it if you didn't.
That
I
works
was like,
too.
isn't I supposed to be really good at finding people?
Yep, she is. But I mean, I like the fact that everyone was sweating.
It was two people.
Yeah, fair enough.
Ori and Dolma just like looking over the address, just like, shit, fuck, what are we gonna do?
You are able to find it. The address is in the upper part of town. It is actually this building right here.
Oh,
Yes. So
Okay.
not too far from the palace. You make your way to it. You find out it is a sort of a luxury long-term stay hotel. In other words, they don't really have apartments, so to speak, in this world, but they do have inns that are very high quality, and people of means sometimes live there permanently. And this tends to be one of those places. You have been given a name on the piece of paper. Give me a second. Because you might want this written down.
I always want names written down. Oh my gosh, what is that? Cluster fire.
That's a name.
Well, I did want it written down.
Hack up Flam.
I didn't realize that we had Osmosis Jones joining our group.
Is that what that name says?
As far as my brain can tell right now, yes.
So, I suppose we go and find door unless someone stops us.
You have the address of the establishment. You don't have like an exact room number. You'd have to probably ask at the counter.
Oh, okay. The room number's not on there. All right. So you have to go to receptionist.
Mm-hmm. The receptionist, which is basically a tavern keeper, but a very nice one. The room you walk into looks chillingly familiar. No, I'm so tempted to pull up a certain tavern.
Do it. Fucking do it, dude.
No.
Do it.
No,
Is it even
I'm
in this
saving
campaign?
I'm
Fucking
saving it for a special occasion.
Oh.
This is actually a fairly high-class establishment. As you walk in, there is an actual quartet playing in the on a stage towards the back. Several tables and chairs line the place, and it is very busy. And in the center of the tavern is a giant hole. Looks like a well almost. And this well, you actually see several people dressed in full adventuring gear, shouting to cheers of other patrons of the tavern as they are lowered down the well. You can all roll me a knowledge history check if you like. Ty, you've definitely heard of this place. Kai, this matches a description of a place you heard talk of around here. Ty, this is called the Yawning Portal. It is a fairly famous tavern, a high-end establishment, but is also the only known entrance to a vast underground network of dungeons beneath the city of Averton called Undermount. And it is somewhat famous for adventurers coming here and paying a gold to the tavern owner, Durian, to be lowered down and raised up out of the dungeons as they seek treasure, gold, and fame.
Isn't our tavern owner Dorian?
I was about to say, so there's a Durian and a Dorian. Are they
There
related?
really is. They are.
Ours is
You might
Darian.
have to ask. It's Darian, not Dorian. But yes, I agree. The names are very similar.
I have many brothers, Darian, and Dorian.
And I'll even say, because 9 times out of 10, this is a mark of a DM that just doesn't know what to name people. This is pure coincidence. This is a name.
What's Nurse Joy and Officer Jetty?
Yes.
Sweet, right? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
All of the vendors are the fucking same model.
Oh, Leo.
Yep.
All right. So you make your way to the tavern counter, which, while the place is busy, and you ask for the location. They'll give you directions. I'm not going to make a big to-do out of it, but it's a room on the upper floor, and you make your way up there. Actually, give me a second. I should have a picture. I should have a picture. Hang on. Yeah, here we go. There you go. Here's a picture of this tavern. It is quite a lively place.
Wow, I've never seen this before.
Silence, Muse!
Can you find my character?
Yeah. Find Osmosis Jones.
Oh, it's the Beholder, I'm calling it.
Shoes in there somewhere.
Yeah.
I believe it.
You guys make your way through the very crowded tavern to a door, and yeah, what do you guys do? You knock on it?
All right. Who wants to do the talking? Because I know for a fact Ishu has always done all of the talking.
Dolma will step forward and knock on the door.
All right. Well, I guess I'll stand over here then.
Hello?
I look at Dolma.
This is the room of looks at smudged note on hand. No, oh, okay. You're gonna have to feed this to me one more time.
Roll me a knowledge history check.
No, I see where it is. I see it. I just
But you're going.
Yeah.
You're going.
A knowledge history
pronunciation.
check. Yeah, a knowledge history check to see if you remember how she pronounced it.
Oh, fuck my life.
Okay, well enough. Awesome Ujis.
Awesome. Awesome, Uchi.
Okay.
I'm sorry, that's not Dolma, that's me. Oh,
Also, probably a little bit, Noma. Probably a little bit.
she's better at keeping a straight face than I am. She's not dealing with meds. Oh. Awesome. Jeez.
Hear some pitter pattering and a door opens too.
Here, let me pull it out for you.
Please, Squee, no.
Please.
What?
Gumpy needs a friend.
Don't pull it out!
I do what I want to do.
So about those negotiations.
Yes, I am awesome.
You guys see a gnome. Is he on the taller side or the shortish side for gnomes?
This is not a gnome.
Is it not?
I
Hang on.
Nope.
I thought it was gonna be. I forgot. I'm sorry. It's a halfling. My apologies. But yeah, you see a halfling with a bright shock of red hair and a beard, and glasses.
And you pronounce the last name incorrectly, like most do. It's Ugis. Ugis. Ugis.
Celine,
Ugis.
Celine was so in the paperwork, she fucked up his race and his last name.
To be
Maybe.
fair, we laid out a whole thing.
Yeah.
Maybe Celine's having a bad day.
Her tea was spiked with like vodka for her own sake.
Probably.
God.
It was less a mug and more a flask.
Do as I say, not as I do, Arthur. Drink, drink,
While
drink,
we're
drink,
having a
drink.
conversation, she's like
Sure is a
unscrewing
lot of
one of
you.
those flasks.
Are you here to hire my services?
We've been sent by Lady Celine.
Oh, you know Lady Celine. The paperwork, please.
Was
The
there
summons.
anything aside from like the note?
Nope.
She just like raises a brow, pulls the note out, like hands it to him.
There's my name.
That's all we got. Would you mind if we had this conversation not out in the middle of the hall?
Oh, please, yes. Come in, come in. He goes over and goes to a desk and has many pieces of paper with just his name on it.
Are they all Celine's hair,
And
right?
he's looking at all of them. Yes, okay, Lady Celine, of course.
So I guess Dolma will walk inside, kind of like glance over her shoulder at everyone, just like, this is okay, alright.
Come in, of course. Make sure you all can fit in here.
That is a lot of papers. Do you get asked by Lady Celine to help a lot?
Well, in a fair occasion, I am a very trusted worker of hers. And she calls on my services when she needs a steady hand.
I see. Looks over to Dolma.
Right, so, and to clarify, we were supposed to ask him to speak with Blastwind about the thing, or is he just literally
Basically,
coming along with us?
Basically, he's supposed to do both of those things, and Lady Celine said that he would be compensated.
So Dolma kind of leans up against one of the walls, kind of looks him over like, all right.
He's a stout gentleman with an odd sense of jewelry.
Yes, that does remind me. He has a lovely, very lovely circlet upon his head.
Nice tiara. So Lady Celine, like I said, sent us over. We were informed that you would be able to assist us with dealing with a certain detector. God, what is his name? Something
Glasswind.
Glasswind.
Yes. And that you would be assisting us with our further investigations.
Are we working with Blastwind?
She like legitimately snorts, just like no.
Ah, so it looks like he's getting in the way. I shall take care of the nice gentleman. Was there any other instructions?
Aside from assisting with us, she did say you'd be compensated, though.
Of course. He blinks. What was the other? Is there anything else? Just go up and talk to him, give him a hard shake of his hand, and say, "Step aside, please." Say, is there something?
There is...
Usually she doesn't ask me for such simple tasks.
Oh no, believe me, if this was simple, it would make everyone's lives easier, but that's not an option.
That's not how our lives work.
Yeah, she kind of adjusts herself against the wall.
Out with it.
So, did Lady Celine say that he was essentially able to be privy to any of the information for the...
Yes, she said
Yep.
that she trusts him with her life and that you can trust him with all the information of the investigation.
Okay. So she'll kind of look around. About how safe is it to talk in here?
There's a pretty rowdy bar. Besides any particular divination, this is as safe as it is.
Well, we've been tasked by Lady Celine to look into a missing object of hers, and she will go into the broad strokes of things, minus the obvious bits that have already been removed for Lady Celine. And by the time she's finished, there's a lot more to go over with that, but those are things that shouldn't be said just
She's
anywhere.
tasked you with something quite difficult. She must trust you quite a lot. If I'm just an assistant, we're in for, stops for a second and smiles. We're in for quite an adventure. But enough of this joyous rockers. We should probably get down to work. To Blastwind, yes?
If you want to talk to him now.
I like to things get a nice head start on the law enforcement. I feel like they're really more of a hindrance in most cases, but they do a great job.
Doma like starts to nod, but then you get to, but they do a great job, and she like pauses and kind of shrugs like, eh. Sure.
Truthfully, I've only been in this city for a month. I wouldn't know any better.
Out of curiosity, awesome. Roll me, tell you what, roll me an investigation check.
Alright, Do I have the ability to roll just to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. If you hang on, let me see,
Real quick.
Yeah, at the
hang
top.
on. No, I can change it to give you a toggle for that.
Okay.
Whisper toggle. There you go. Then you can just select to 2GM.
That didn't work.
Gotcha. Understood.
Let's see. Here we go. Investigation. Should I have this private or?
No, you can make this public. That's fine. Yeah, that's enough. So as part of your business, right? You do like to keep your ear to the ground to active investigations and things of that nature, because many of the clients that come to you, you can know half of what they're looking for before they even walk in the door, right?
True.
Last you heard, Barnabas Blastwind was looking into some strange conspiracy theory about noble women being involved with the Zentarum and having tried to send assassins or something of that nature to take down the Grolhund Manor. Basically, you have kind of the ins and outs of the crazy offshoot that your actions have led Barnabas Blastwind down.
I see. Well, if there are any assassins, I shall do what I can to assist with such things. I feel like I would be a great assist. Anyway, to Blastwind, yes? Excuse me, I get ahead of myself. This is, of course, your investigation. I'm just a tag-along. I do suggest that we go to him, but we'll do it your way, since Celine trusts your group with the initiative of this quest.
She like raises her hands, just like, no, if you want to take care of that now, better sooner rather than later. Though there is a stop that I want to make fairly soon after, if possible.
Absolutely. Again, I'm more of a tag-along. Treat me as a how should I put this? As a
Observer?
a helper. Observer would be a nice one. Yes.
Okay.
Would you have a spare piece of paper I could borrow, by the way? And by borrow, I mean take. I don't plan on coming back.
He rifles through papers. This one's smudged. Here.
Could I have one too, potentially?
Oh, now you're pushing it.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. It's okay.
No, you've been so nice. Give me a second. This one, they never called anyway.
Thank you.
Call?
Yes.
Pulls out,
No
Got a
calling?
fancy sending stone.
pulls out a cell phone. Yeah, it's Verizon.
Yeah, calling.
Can you hear me now?
Stop
Can-
making fun of calling.
Can you hear me now at this yawning portal?
Stop it.
Alright. Well, I don't have any objections. I say we go talk with Barnabas.
Sure.
All right. Awesome. And the others, actually, you will both know the way, as you have been to this place at least once before.
Okay.
It is a local guardhouse, not too far away from the Yawning Portal, actually. And you make your way inside. And as you approach, the guards of it look up, and they see you guys approaching. Hello, what can I... Oh. Hello, Awesome.
Yes. Greetings again. May I have a discussion with Blastwind?
He probably won't want to see you.
I don't want to see him either. We're going to see each other now.
God, that's the mood.
The guard just kind of rolls his shoulders. Well, not stopping you.
Excellent. As he pushes the doors open.
Okay, instant points of respect. Holy shit! I suppose we follow.
Yeah, absolutely. I love this little guy.
So you make your way towards the back office, and the door is open. And you hear the sound of pacing inside the room, muttering coming.
As he raps on the door, knock knock. It's awesome.
Oh my god. I just want to point out that this name was randomly generated by Roll20 and Piff just ran with it.
Very cool.
Of course he did. I love you, Buff.
Thank you.
The pacing stops and Barnabas spins around. His eyes narrow. Awesome.
Barnabas.
And
This is
what
a
do
business-
I... Oh, business call.
Yes. Well, I've
You-
heard.
Sees the rest of you.
I've heard you actually met these very nice people.
He looks at all of you, reaches up, takes off his spectacles, folds them, puts them on the desk. Okay. Come in.
As he strides up and plops himself onto a chair. Well, I am here to say, from Lady Celine's general facade, to not bother these people on their personal investigation of your investigation.
He sits down in his chair. You're telling me that Lady Celine herself is giving these amateurs permission to step on my toes?
Let me put it into a language you can understand. They are definitely not under Lady Celine's general umbrella. She will definitely not be at your heels if she actually heals anything from you to keep these people and myself from actually being a part of this investigation.
And you're a part of it too now.
Oh, yes. I am personally going to be with this fine group of people.
This is outrageous.
I know.
Have a job to do. And it is hard enough to figure this stuff out without these people spoiling crime scenes. And now you're trying to tell me Lady Celine's just going to let them do it?
Well, it's more of like she suggests it, and things might not be so great if you don't.
He gets
Honestly,
up.
from what I hear of what they've done, they haven't even stepped on your toes. If anything, they've helped.
Helped. Yes, a little. Possibly. He stands up and he starts pacing around. The job is hard enough without this. Fine. Fine. No, fine. By all means, please investigate. Do whatever you want. Throw the crime scene around. Dump a body. See what I care. How is that gonna hinder me at all? Justice is frivolous after all, isn't it? Will there be anything else awesome?
Well, I say you look rather flustered. You should take some time, sit down, and give your little feet a rest.
Flustered. Awesome. I am 2 steps away from cracking the biggest conspiracy this town has ever seen. I do not need these kinds of distractions.
Well, then we'll be out of your hair. But make sure you're out of ours. Ta-ta.
You're like, what? Like 1800 cereal did you walk out of?
I am so tempted. He has this big, huge conspiracy plan of like, you know, there's these nobles and they're trying to do all this shady shit, and then if Arthur just went, hey, I just want to show you this, takes out his mask, I'm the Verdant Vanguard. He's like, what? Oh, it would freak him out so much. He'd tear all of his plans off the wall.
Maybe.
To start from zero.
It is ultimately up to you. We have already exacerbated this situation a lot.
We sure have. We sure have. Man,
That's
we
all I'll
sure
say
have.
about it.
But have you done it enough, though?
I mean, we got
Clearly
chewed out by
not.
Celine. I think it was kind of enough.
So
Yeah.
Austin just gets up and walks out of the room. By the way, Barnabas Blastwind's face is just purple.
He is about to die. He does not have hair.
Well, maybe someone should blast some wind at him.
Oh my god.
I
I can't even be mad at that.
Yeah.
Dilma, before she leaves, will like pause before like heading out the door, probably at the end of the line, and just be like, try some like calming tea, maybe like deep breaths. Just your
Oh, I
job
meant.
is very stressful
Sergeant!
already.
Please escort them out of the building. Have a
You
nice
just
day.
gotta think about your health. At your age, you only have so much. She's like closing the door. Walks off. Oh my
You know what?
god. No, she's just got a big dumb grin on her face.
I'm
It's
gonna use
great.
a side point before we leave and leave him an apple on his desk here in case you get hungry.
An apple a day keeps the doctor away.
You guys are trying to kill this man.
Oh no, we love
Not
him.
necessarily,
Murder
he's
of a
great.
Bird of a different kind.
Oh my god.
So, you guys are escorted out of the guard building.
Well, that went well.
Simon?
Says.
No, you say to the guard at the door, awesome. How did it go?
Oh, same as he ever is.
Not bad, huh? Well, poker Thursday?
I might be able to fit it, but it looks like I'm going to be busy.
Nods, as usual. It just gives you a little head tilt.
He gives a bit of a bow and an arm, what is that called? It's not fluster.
Oh, like the whole you roll the arm as you bow.
Like almost
Flourish.
like a hat tip, but with no hat.
Yeah, like a flourish.
Yeah, flourish. That's what it's called.
All right. Mischief managed.
Jesus.
Where to next, my intrepid adventurers?
Awesome.
Yes.
We found something on the nimble wright. It was a name. Do you recognize it?
I'll give it here.
Who has it? I don't think I have it.
Ty and Ty
it
was
says me.
investigated. Yeah.
Ty will pull it out and hand him the piece of paper.
Do I roll for this?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a knowledge history check.
History. All right. Do.
This name is not familiar to you, but I mean, the town has well over 15,000 individuals in it.
No. I certainly do not recall this name.
I am assuming by all of the arrows, Doma wants to go to the Temple of the Gods.
Why would you even say that? Like,
Do you have
okay,
enough
but
for
like,
your
if you guys
brother?
want to, that's fine.
Let's go.
Then we go.
Okay, you guys make your way to the Temple of the Gods. And as you enter, you see a young elven woman at the desk, looking like red and rather sweaty and shuffling papers around. Yes, hi, welcome to Temple of the Gods. Sorry, very busy. New job. What deity would you like to know?
No, that's
how can-
it. Doma like holds out her hands, does like the lowering gesture. It's fine. We know where we're going. You just
Oh, good.
first
right.
day on the job, huh?
It's fine. All right. Well, have a good day.
Just like nods, like Jesus, girl, calm down. She will head back to oh god, do any.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps
So you make your way to the shrine of the god Pelnor. And you see Eni sitting in front of the statue, paws on what looks to be a tiny altar.
Oh my god, they have a custom altar for her.
Tail slowly waving back and forth.
Ooh.
She seems to be predisposed. She doesn't seem to notice your entrance.
And Dolma's gonna be a dramatic ass bitch. So as they're entering, she pauses, thinks for a moment, and then takes out her violin and starts playing the dirge that she wrote for Fulma.
Eni slowly turns around and watches you. Do the rest of you enter? Is it just Dolma or is it the whole party?
Poor Awesome has no idea what we're doing here. Just
Awesome
like,
is
what?
going to be following, but
Yeah.
like it's not asking particularly any questions or anything like that. Seems pretty content.
I'm gonna roll something.
Alright.
You guys see he broke off and went towards the Shrine of Bahamut.
Okay. Dolma, once you're done. A beautiful song. Who's it for? Surely not me.
It's for my brother. You
see.
told me that I needed to find a way to let him go. And I suppose that's how I found it. She then proceeds to drop a giant bag of gold down, like, by the altar. I do still, however, want him resurrected.
And if I were to tell you that I couldn't, what would you do?
She pauses, takes a breath, and I suppose I'll have a very long conversation with my parents.
She studies you for a long time. And slowly, She walks over to the bag and then looks up at you. Very well. I have prepared.
He nods and will take Fulma's things, and by his things I mean his band and his arm, out of her bag, as well as like, I don't know, fucking spare set of clothes or something. She doesn't know how this shit works.
Annie will direct you where to put it. I must warn you, nothing is certain. If the soul chooses not to return, or if they are beholden to another that will not let them return, there is no magic in the universe that could save your brother. That is why I asked you to be prepared to live without him.
She nods and kind of leans against one of the pews with her arms. Well, then I guess if that's the case, I'll just have to chase his ghost down in the afterlife and kick his ass. Shrugs.
I believe you would.
Not a single doubt in the room.
A large diamond is produced from one of the altars as she struggles to carry it. But she doesn't accept any help. She takes it and rolls it along next to the items. And then she begins to pray. The prayer takes over an hour. For that hour, what do you all do? There are pews to sit if you choose.
There was a conga line of follow.
Yeah.
I'm going to get to that, but anyone who has stayed, I'm curious, what do you do during this hour?
Dolma is gonna continue playing the dirge.
Okay.
I will stay with Dolma. Comfort.
All right. Awesome.
Awesome's following the largest group.
Gotcha. All right. Well, then.
Still with a particularly stupid grin on his face.
So, Arthur, you peel off from the rest of the group and make your way to the Shrine of Bahamut. When you get inside, at first, it does seem empty.
Okay. Well, he's gonna find somewhere to sit down and just start thinking.
Kai. Arthur goes to the Shrine of Bahamut and takes a seat and kind of just stares up at the statue, not saying anything. What do you do?
She'll poke her head in and kind of watch for a couple minutes to make sure he's okay.
Yeah, he's not emotional or anything. He's just thinking.
And then I guess she'll look over and notice the other two.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps we should let him do his thing.
Well, he did wander off to be here. So we let him.
Yes, he
Do
doesn't
you
have to be-
usually have parts of your group disperse?
Oh yes.
Oh man, it's happened so many times.
Yes.
Mostly us two, if I'm being truly honest.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't seem very good at all.
Oh no, it's a
Probably not, no. They're both agreeing, but in different ways.
There's assassins around, and you just split off? Not even saying anything to each other.
Yes.
Why would you do that?
This is probably why Lady Celine wanted you to join us.
We are, as what Jay would say, dumb of ass.
Should I go check on him then?
With Arthur? No, he seems perfectly content. Look at him. I've never seen him so peaceful.
Alright.
This seems like a safe space.
His usual beaming smile just gets down to, like, almost confusion and worry.
Well, I'm not entirely too sure where we're supposed to go now, because now it seems a little bit awkward to go back to the original room where they're going to be resurrecting a dead guy.
Are they actually doing it today? Guy turns.
From what I gathered, it's kind of seemed like it.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, well, now I feel like a jerk.
We weren't explicitly told that we were doing it today, so it's just, I don't know. It doesn't seem too jerkish, but also at the same time, it seems very awkward.
Doesn't it? I don't. How long does it take to resurrect someone? Can they do that today?
I don't know, Squee. Do I know that kind of information?
Roll me a knowledge religion check.
Religion?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Only the gods can bring back the dead. Nope, don't have a clue.
He just gives a shrug. Most of the time, the dead stay dead back at home.
Yes, I feel like there's a reason for that.
Does no one communicate anything? You're telling me that your friend there is resurrecting a close family member, and she hasn't even told you anything about the resurrection?
I mean,
Well, we knew that there was going to be a resurrection.
Oh,
but
okay, so it's just without details. Okay.
we just
Yeah.
didn't think it would be today.
Honestly, I didn't know that we had reached the amount of gold needed. That was kind of Dolma's thing. Yeah.
It is pretty expensive. Now,
Well, how about we start working on our communication? Let's tell Arthur that we're going to be with Dolma because she might be resurrecting her brother. Just so he knows where we are.
yes. I think that's a good idea.
Okay. Let's all go together.
Alright, after you.
Y'all shuffle together.
I want it to be just an actual conga line. We're just in a perfect line.
Oh, see, I was thinking of the Sanderson sisters where they're stepping in front of each other.
So while you guys are having that conversation, Arthur,
Yeah.
you suddenly become aware that a priest of Bahamut, elderly woman, probably human. I say probably because she looks completely human, except that her eyes are golden. Walks out and walks to the pew where you are. Hello.
Hello.
Is there anything in particular you came to the House of Bahamut for, or simply taking respite?
No. Not really. I just wanted to be here. My friend is going through something right now, so it seemed like a private family thing. I wanted them to have their privacy.
I see. She'll sit down next to you. That is a very kind and generous thing to do.
Thank you.
I'm curious, if I may. Are you human?
No. I may look this way, but I'm not.
I thought as much. I've always had an ability to tell.
Hmm.
There are more dragons in Averton than many other places.
Yeah. My brother is actually Alice.
Her eyebrows raise. Your brother to Kip.
Mhm.
You must be Arthur.
Yes.
I see. She's silent for a long time. What news have you of Windfall Isle? I have not been there in some time.
Oh, things are just fine, as far as I know. Spent a lot of my time at the Order of the Silver. I haven't really seen my parents all that much. They visit from time to time. I haven't been to the mountain, though. Very long time. I want to say over 30 years. Something like that.
Then you have not heard.
Heard of what?
She takes a deep breath. Whispers. Drift from Windfall Isle. Ones that I would not pay attention to if it weren't for the fact that... She looks back at the statue. For the fact that I feel that Bahamut trembles.
What are these whispers?
She hesitates and looks back at you. The world is changing. Arthur, son of Keen, you must know this.
Oh, I know. Things are getting colder.
Yes. I have heard rumors there is tension among the dragons. Some wish to leave and abandon Ardenfell to its fate, whatever that may be. Others, like your father, seek to stay. There is talk of strife.
So they're starting to fight?
No. Not that I've heard, absolutely not. But, well, dragons don't often disagree, and when they do, well,
Things get dangerous.
it is just rumors. I'm sure everything is fine. I'm sorry, Arthur. I did not mean to disturb your introspection, especially as I am here to offer peace and guidance.
No. I'd rather know than not know. Thank you.
Well, she nods. Keep your ears to the ground, Arthur, son of Keen.
I will try. But where would the others go?
Home.
What do you mean home?
She looks at you. It is believed by many of the elder dragons that we did not originally come from Ardenfell. Not all hold to those beliefs still, but some. The wisdom of the elders, some, is that if Ardenfell is not truly our home and Ardenfell is slowly dying, then perhaps we should return. It is rumor.
Yeah.
Even Bahamut has not revealed the truth to me.
Well, I don't know what to even think of this. This is a lot at once.
And I have done a poor job of being a shepherd.
You're fine.
And at that time, your friends come up.
Yeah, okay. Oh, sorry. We didn't realize you were talking with someone, Arthur. Hey, Arthur, we think maybe we should go support Dolma. Are you gonna be okay here by yourself?
Yeah. I came here so that she could have her family time.
Oh.
I
don't-
figured that was a private thing.
Do you think? She looks back at the other two.
Do you not think?
I don't know. I just figured we were all in this together at this point.
Well,
Awesome is rubbing his temple a little. Does none of you talk to each other?
Hey, I talk to my girlfriend sometimes.
Literally, I just came with these two, and apparently they didn't actually ask what you were doing. You didn't ask what they were doing. You didn't tell anyone anything, and neither did anyone else tell you anything. Are you telling me just no one talks and just does actions all day?
well, I mean, kinda.
No, that you don't do that. You need to communicate, especially with the people in your group. This is a group, right? Are they all hired individually, like separate from Celine?
No.
Like me?
No.
I mean, that would make more sense.
Arthur, don't worry about it. It's fine. These things happen.
Should we all go? I thought it would be rude.
That is an excellent thought to make sure that's okay. But you need to do, he looks to him and then pointing at the other two, is to ask questions, especially if it's someone's feelings. Yes?
Of course. Well, next time we'll remember that. We sort of can't ask her now.
He goes, one moment, and then takes 2 steps. You two are coming. Nah, you should stay with him. I'll be fine on my own. I'm well versed in steps for. I'll be fine.
Kai kind of raises an eyebrow and whispers to her, Reed, like, he's going off on his own. He just said not to do that.
Yeah, isn't that what we were just talking about?
I
That
think
just, like,
we're
we
a
should-
bad influence on him, Maureen, is what I'm getting at.
During this conversation, Arthur,
Yeah?
with your passive perception of 11, I'm sorry,
It's fine.
you don't notice that the priest you were talking to has slipped away.
He's gonna turn back and go, "Aw, I feel bad."
And
what about my passive perception?
your passive perception, yeah, actually. You would have noticed that the priest had quietly taken their leave and walked out of the section of the Temple of the Gods.
Priest do that.
Mm-hmm. And at the commotion, another priest comes out from the back. I'm sorry, I didn't know that we had guests. Welcome to the Temple of Bahamut. How may I help you?
Who is that directed to?
All of you. Well, you left, so
I left.
Listen, why don't you guys go to the thing, and if Domo wants you to come back, go ahead and come back. I'm happy here. Hey? Does that sound good to you guys?
Sure, as Orit starts pulling Kai away.
Wait. Are you sure you want to be alone, Arthur? I don't mind waiting here with you.
I am more than fine being.
No one is alone in the Temple of Bahamut. I admit I am working by myself today, but I can keep you company if you wish.
And this is a different person?
Mm-hmm.
Kai looks over at Orit like, no one really really ask this guy?
Kind of rude.
But
Under her breath, like.
what about your there was another priest here.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, there was another priest, and he's gonna try and describe them.
I'm afraid you must be mistaken. There is no other priest of that description here. Perhaps one of the other temples.
Maybe. Oh well. I'm happy here. The only thing I'm gonna do is maybe mutter to myself in Draconic, if that's okay.
Oh, do I still have the stone for Kip?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you do.
Kai's gonna pull it out and hand it to Arthur. Well, in case you get lonely, take this.
Okay.
Are you okay, Arthur?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't want to talk to him for a bit because of the stuff.
You're purposely avoiding him because you're afraid you're gonna slip up.
Yes.
Okay, give me the stone back then.
Here you go. Thank you.
She'll put it back in her pocket.
He's gonna go up real close to you and go, I can't lie to him. I can't.
Okay. Well, just. Oh boy. Okay.
We'll just, be around.
Yeah.
Around. You need us.
Okay. We'll be back to check on you in a bit. Kai will look at Orit and nod.
And he will walk out of the room, but not go, anywhere else. He just walks out of the room and turns back to her. He's like, well, we were told to go back by Arthur, but we were told to stay here by Awesome. What the fuck?
Should we just go back to the inn?
No, we can't. No, that would just make it worse.
Okay, you guys can just sit over here.
Oh, I was
It's
saying
fine.
that out of the room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were outside. Well, let's go make friends, I guess, with the new receptionist. It's the only way. It's the only thing I can think of.
It's the only way.
I mean,
Gotta recruit her.
but wouldn't Awesome be looking for us here?
No, Awesome's
We were
gonna
already
be-
chastised. Kai, I don't want to be chastised anymore today.
Yeah, I didn't much prefer him mansplaining the whole situation, but kidding. That's Criana using the word mansplaining.
Oh boy.
Kai kind of shrugs like, well, it seems to be a sort of a beat-down kind of day.
He just sighs, and after a moment, he just sits down on the ground where you are, just in the hallway.
Kai will sit down next to him.
Traffic starts flowing around you.
I do have one more thing, but that can totally wait until later.
Nope, let's do that now.
Okay. After the priest leaves, if that's fine, he's just going to, without going into specifics, ask forgiveness to Bahamut for the contract. Not specifically saying contract, but the deal he made. Because he feels real guilty about that.
Roll me a
Because
religion check.
he knows it's a bad idea, but he
Mhm.
still did it.
Roll me a religion check. Alright.
Oh,
You
anybody want to
gnome.
give me an inspiration, please?
We don't even see what your role is.
Yeah, I accidentally did it again. That was a 7.
Well. Yeah.
I've got nothing.
Have my inspiration.
Thank you. Give it a shot.
Come on, Arthur.
There you go.
Wow.
Go from a 7 to a 21.
You feel in your mind a wisp of a powerful presence. Not warm or comforting, but strong and firm. And you hear a whisper. Steel yourself. Petty contracts with demons are nothing compared to what you have in store.
Okay. Thank you. I'll take it. God, that's so cool. That's it for me though.
Okay. Dolma, Ty. An hour passes as you play the dirge.
I was away for an hour?
Well, do you want to come back?
Well, yeah, that was specifically to go back and ask if people could come back to the...
Oh, okay. I see. You come back and you see Ty sitting next and Dolma standing, playing a very sad but very beautiful song.
He goes over to Ty because it looks like Dolma is busy. Excuse me. Yes, yes, your companions, as he, like, kind of has a weird face, like he doesn't quite... He's, like, questioning
no
the...
relationship.
Are off being somewhere else. Looks like one of them didn't want to disturb you and the other two followed.
As Dolma's like slowing down her playing to like turn a very deep frown to you, just like, what? Like, the song continues to play, but at like half the speed. Like,
okay. One of them wanted to make sure that they weren't around because they thought it was a private business. Now, if that is the case, I will inform them, but from what I've gotten from how I just happened to stand in your group and stand pretty close to this particular situation, wasn't told to leave, I would assume the opposite.
she like slow nods, continuing the frown, playing at like a fourth of the speed, and then just like stops fully, like turns to him, just like, why would they were, well, I guess they didn't really get their memories back. No, it's fine, they can come by.
He would know them even if they don't know him.
All right.
She nods.
Then I shall inform them swiftly. Make sure you don't get assassinated. Bye!
Do that every day.
Just like looks over at Ty like, what
Ty's doing
the goes back to playing. Just like, all right.
You dated her.
It's less of her, like, that's what she's used to. It's more like we don't want to interrupt because it's like a private thing. That's what's throwing her off. Anyway.
Dolma's been the most secretive of everyone about not wanting to tell everyone about her past. I think that's valid.
Awesome comes back to Arthur and goes, yes, I'm going to have to learn all of your names because you have yet to introduce yourselves, but that's fine. No! We obviously just met each other. We can do this at another time. would it looks like you would know the person that's being resurrected, and also it is not a closed family business that you might have assumed it was. They suggest you come back.
Okay. I'm just gonna take into account he just had his god speak to him in his brain, and it's like, cool. Yeah, let's go do that. Ooh. Oh.
Goes back into the hallway. It looks like just a miscommunication. Haha. We should get going. You two.
By the way, awesome.
Pointing to the two drows in the hall.
Awesome.
Sorry, yes, Arthur.
Arthur,
Yes, sir.
Orit, Kaitana. She likes to be called Kai.
Okay, which one was Kaitana?
Her, and he's gonna point at Kai.
Kai, Orit, Arthur. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's gonna go to them, still kind of shaken. Awesome.
That's me.
Let's go.
God, Piff, you chose that name for a very specific reason, didn't you? Same thing with the shoe.
It was randomly generated.
Randomly generated.
It's the chicken all over again.
It was fate.
Mm-hmm.
It was Piff's character using his class abilities, even metagaming. Oh man. I'm sorry. Criana just sent me a doodle. So you all gather back in the Shrine of Pelnor.
I hope so.
All right.
Awesome hope so.
Yeah. You guys have a seat, and for the rest of the hour, Dolma, you continue to play nonstop over and over and over.
Every once in a while she gets bored and will like add in a little bit, make a mental note to write it in later.
As the hour goes on, you begin to kind of lose yourself in the music, and you close your eyes and lose yourself in the memories of everything you've gone through over the past 2 months. The pain, the frustration, the victories, the loss. And all of a sudden, you hear, very weakly, "You always play such sad songs." You open your eyes, and you see Fulma sitting up, struggling, his eyes pale and tired, staring up at you.
Oh. Cool. Oh boy. She just stops like mid-note, looks over at him and like shoves her violin and bow into Ty's hands and just tackles him in a hug, tears streaking down her face.
Dealing 1 point of damage.
Yeah. Dead again.
Prepare the die.
And he sighs, pulls out a gem, casts Revivify.
God damn it!
No,
There'll be an extra 100 gold.
He chuckles a little bit. Oh, all right. It's not like I died or anything.
Stupid, you're so stupid. You're an idiot. I'm supposed to be the one that's reckless. And she just she just hugs him so tight and just cries into his shoulder.
He closes his eyes and buries his face into your shoulder. Thank you, sister. Thank you.
He nods and will take the brace and carefully put it on his wrist.
I'm sorry. I won't let it happen again.
Fucking better not. That was a lot of gold you cost me.
Oh, don't make me laugh. It hurts everywhere. I should imagine so, and he says, you're suffering from resurrection sickness, and it'll be quite some days before you're ready to stand up on your feet. But, welcome back to the land of the living. You're a mouse.
Don't just does like the cut it motion, just don't. She's the one that rezzed you. Don't fucking piss off the cleric mouse, okay? Just don't do it.
You're underneath a rat, actually. Oh.
Yeah, and Orcus, she's just like, just don't say thank you. Don't be a dumbass.
He'll look up at the rest of you. Hey guys. Ty. He'll nod to Ty.
Kai shuts up.
Wait, did I have memories of him?
You
Back
lost them,
I
I
lost
think.
them again? Okay.
Well, no,
no,
you didn't. You didn't because you wore the earring. The
Yeah.
Hmm.
so you still have
I'm
it.
the one that lost the memories because we were testing stuff.
Correct. Yeah, you still have all yours.
Yeah, you also lost them too. Basically, only Dolma and Tyburn have the specific memories. We just have the memories of, we knew this person existed. Oh.
Correct.
Ty will smile awkwardly and go, hey.
Still giving Dolma a hard time.
I give her the best time.
As Dolma like pinches his ear and pulls on it. Watch it. I got you back from the grave. I can put you back.
I can dig graves.
All right. Enough of that. Help me get him to the bed in the infirmary. Arabella's expecting him.
Dolma pouts a little bit, but will like loop an arm around his waist and let him lean on her. I'm gonna get you back into fighting shape, and once you're done being a big old baby about dying, you can rejoin all the fun.
Sounds like a blast. As you help him up, and as many of you may be familiar, he is suffering from resurrection sickness, which means that he has several levels of exhaustion, -4 penalties to everything, and it will take him several days to recover.
Only -4?
-4 to everything. Saving throws, attack rolls, ability checks, all of it. And it reduces by 1 per day.
Including death saving throws.
Including
Hit him, Kai!
death. Yeah. Get him!
Get him!
And I think it's like 2 or 3 levels of exhaustion on top of that.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
So, you guys help him get to a bed Arabella has prepared. And she makes sure he's okay and comfortable. And then looks at all of you. 5 minutes. 5 minutes, and then I'm ushering you all out of here. He needs rest.
Thomas starts to argue, but stops because this is the doctor, and she can't. So instead, she gently bonks her forehead against Fulma's and mutters, as soon as you get the chance, you'd better try and get word back to Mom and Dad. Because I'm pretty sure if I wasn't able to get you back up and running, Mother would have burned this place to the ground.
As soon as I am a bit more rested, I'll contact them. Promise.
Good.
Hey, did you get it?
She pauses and then gives him a slow grin. Killing blow was mine alone.
That's my sister.
Get some sleep.
He nods. Right. Just give me a day or two. I'll be back on my feet. Promise.
She nods, but like stays down next to his bedside for a couple of seconds longer, and then a couple more, and then finally forces herself back onto her feet. I missed you.
He nods. Believe it or not, it's been a very confusing time for me, but I do know I missed you too.
Guess you'll have to tell me about the land of the dead. Or is that some super secret?
He shakes his head. Not much to tell. But I'll share what I saw someday, if you want.
Sure. And she pats him on the head and then kind of gives him a joking smack on the cheek. Go to sleep. And we'll head out of the room before she starts crying again.
All right. Ty, you have a plus?
Oh, that was a while ago.
Sorry, I missed it.
I think I did end up responding. I don't remember what it was.
Oh, okay, good. Well then, on
I have a
yes.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us don't remember you, but what's your favorite food?
Hello, Arthur.
Hello.
You've forgotten me already.
The thing made us. Yeah.
The thing. I don't understand.
Explanations once you're,
Yeah, we can
not on
explain
death's
later.
door again.
Okay. Favorite food?
Yeah.
He looks at Dolma and then kind of looks down sheepishly. I'm a big fan of sauerkraut.
She just rolls her eyes. Fucking nerd. Walks out.
I'm gonna make a fucking intelligence roll to figure out one,
Uh-huh.
if Arthur has had that, and two, what the hell that is.
It is vegetables, right? No, wait, no, it's not.
Yeah, sauerkraut has vegetables, yeah.
Yeah, sauerkraut is pickled cabbage.
Sauerkraut has vegetables.
It's pickled cabbage, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you've never had that.
I've never had it. I can't replicate it. How does an apple pie sound?
Sounds wonderful.
He'll make an apple and give it to him. Or, well, if he can't raise his hand, put it next. Well, have this.
I remember these. The first one you made for me, I think, tasted like lemon.
Oh, yeah. The lemon ginger one. And peach. Oh, I like that. I like that one.
He nods. Thank you, Arthur.
No problem.
And then he'll nod over to Kai and Orit. Hello, you two. Good to see you're well. Have you forgotten me too?
Pretty much.
Yeah, was gonna mention that later, but now that the cat's out of the bag, yep, I don't remember who you are.
It's really just Doma and I.
That is a story you'll have to tell when I'm a bit more awake. And he falls asleep.
Aw.
Waiting for Arabella to come in and go, shoo, 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 shoo.
Yeah, that's about the same time.
Yeah.
If she had an apron big enough, she'd be shooing you out with it.
Mhm.
Yep.
So, on that note, the successful return of her brother, we will end tonight's session
Yeah. It's a good place to end it.
and pick it up next week.
All right.
Can't believe
So?
she was dead.
I
Right?
know, right?
Fucking dead, man.
Damn,
Jeez.
that was brutal, man. I didn't think she'd go out like that.
Right?
And Lady Celine, wow, just I didn't
Ooh.
think that she had that in her.
Yeah, the gut punches.
I knew it deep down.
You imprisoned Mop Top?
Ashu didn't even do this. No, but now you'll learn.
Do you think I care?
Well,
All right.
thank you all for watching.
Sorry.
Mhm.
We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Take care, bye.
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 Bye.